Hello and welcome to the channel, where today we're exposing one of the most audacious covert operations on the high seas. Russia's shadow fleet isn't just smuggling oil to dodge sanctions. It's doubling as a floating spy network, with armed mercenaries linked to Wagner and Russian intelligence sailing right past Europe's coastlines. Picture this. Hundreds of aging tankers, flying flags of convenience from places like Belize or Panama, slipping out of Russian ports loaded with sanctioned crude. Since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine, this shadow fleet has earned the Kremlin hundreds of millions by keeping the oil flowing despite G7 price caps and bans. But new intelligence from Western and Ukrainian sources reveals a darker mission. Moscow is embedding Russian personnel with military and security backgrounds onto these ships, turning everyday oil runs into intelligence-gathering ops and potential sabotage platforms. The key player? A secretive private security firm called Moran Security Group, sanctioned by the U.S. Treasury last year for arming Russian state enterprises. Founded by ex-FSB officers and Wagner veterans, Moran recruits retired special forces, GRU operatives, even former nuclear submarine commanders. Their website openly advertises intelligence operations alongside maritime security. And now, they're placing their men, often the only Russians aboard, on shadow fleet tankers crewed mostly by Chinese, Myanmar, or Bangladeshi sailors. Take the sanctioned tanker Orynic. In September, it loaded Russian oil at Primorsk near St. Petersburg. Just before departure, 2 Russian technicians joined the crew, the only Russians listed. One was a former Wagner mercenary. The other had deep military ties. Satellite imagery confirms the ship was there. Days later, as it sailed past Denmark, mysterious drones disrupted Copenhagen airport and buzzed military bases. Coincidence? Western intelligence calls it suspicious. The same ship was boarded by French forces off Brittany, where authorities discovered the hidden Russians and charged the captain for flying a fake flag. Danish sea pilots boarding these tankers report the same pattern, non-Russian crews, but 1 or 2 Russians in charge, sometimes in military uniforms, aggressively photographing bridges, ports, military sites. One pilot told CNN, "It seems they run the ship, more power than the captain." Sweden's Navy commander noted strange antennas on shadow vessels. UK intelligence chief Blaise Metroelli warned of Russia testing Europe in the gray zone with drones, aggressive sea activity, and tactics just below the threshold of war. Ukrainian intelligence says Moran teams started appearing 6 months ago, tasked with monitoring foreign captains to prevent defection or seizure, and conducting espionage. One Western source confirmed Moran personnel photographed European military installations from a tanker. Another hinted at sabotage ops, though details remain classified. Moran CEO, reached by CNN, called drone accusations completely crazy and denied everything. But the evidence is mounting. Patents, tenders, crew lists, satellite tracks, pilot testimonies. This isn't rogue piracy. It's state-directed hybrid warfare with plausible deniability. Why now? Russia needs the oil money to fund its war machine. But the shadow fleet also gives Moscow eyes and ears across Europe's critical sea lanes. As one former Danish intelligence official put it, "Everyone knows these guys take orders from the Kremlin, but it's hard to prove." Europe's response? Growing alarm but limited action. Denmark debates intercepting uninsured ships. France boarded the Orynic. But with hundreds of vessels in Russia's nuclear-backed bravado, confrontation risks escalation. This is hybrid warfare at sea. Oil tankers as spy ships, mercenaries as Kremlin proxies, drones launched from decks. Russia's shadow fleet isn't just beating sanctions. It's probing NATO's resolve, one suspicious voyage at a time. Drop a tanker emoji if this blows your mind, a spy emoji if you're not surprised, and subscribe, because the next shadow tanker could be sailing past a European capital right now. See you in the next one. Stay vigilant on the high seas.